Chapter 1. The invitation I never asked for when I bought my retirement home nestled in the quiet hills of Millstone Ridge. I was looking for solitude and peace. The house was private, backed up against a national forest, and far enough from neighbors that I could sip my morning coffee in silence. However, the local homeowners association, an aggressive group of busybodies, known as the Millstone Ridge Property Council, didn't take kindly to outsiders who didn't play by their rules. Just 2 weeks after moving in, I received an envelope, stamped with the HOA logo demanding I sign membership forms, pay a $3,000 annual fee, and submit any future home improvements for approval. I sent it back with one word: declined. Chapter 2. Their harassment campaign begins. It started. Small petty fines left taped to my door for grass too tall and unauthorized bird feeder. Then came the threats, blocked mailboxes, surveillance cameras pointed at my driveway, and anonymous complaints to county code enforcement. I stayed quiet and collected everything, documenting each encounter. What the HOA didn't know was that behind my casual flannel shirts and weathered boots stood a career in law. I was a sitting federal judge, someone who had seen corruption firsthand and crushed it. But I wanted to see just how far they'd go. Chapter 3. Fire and Fury. One night, while I was out attending a judicial seminar in D.C., I received a frantic call from my neighbor. My house was on fire. By the time I arrived the next morning, it was a smoldering ruin. Fire investigators suspected arson, traces of accelerants, no sign of electrical issues, and a security camera at my back porch mysteriously disabled. What confirmed my suspicions was the HOA president smugly commenting that maybe now I'll reconsider membership when rebuilding. That was the moment I dropped my silence. They had no idea who they had crossed. Chapter 4. The gavel strikes. Back within days, I activated the full force of the federal system. I recused myself from the case, of course, but my colleagues didn't hesitate. Federal investigators launched probes into the HOA's finances, board member activities, and past complaints. The more they dug, the worse it got. Embezzled funds, coerced signatures, fake fines, and most damning proof that the HOA president had paid a local handyman to scare me into compliance. That handyman was now facing attempted murder and arson charges. Chapter 5. Courtroom reckoning. The trial became a local spectacle. Cameras lined the courthouse. HOA members sat in shame, their smug attitudes replaced by fear. Witness after witness testified how they had been bullied, fined, and threatened into silence. The HOA president tried to deny it all until fire. Department logs, security footage, and text messages buried him. The jury returned a guilty verdict on all counts. Civil suits followed, and I was awarded millions in damages, which I promptly used to create a legal fund to protect others from corrupt HOAs across the country. Chapter 6. Justice served. And a new beginning. I rebuilt my home exactly as it was. Same view, same porch swing, same freedom. But this time it stood as a monument to justice, with no HOA allowed within 10 miles of my land. The old HOA was dissolved, and its former president will be behind bars for decades. I still sit on the federal bench, but now I also travel, speaking at communities about homeowner rights and abuse of power. The people who burned my house thought they were scaring me into submission. Instead, they lit the flame that exposed their tyranny, and I made sure they got burned in return.